pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hawkeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Throwing right. Complete downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The handoff to Johnson. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'd say from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go and make a statement.
Looking to throw, it's Cannon. Moves around to clear up the vision. Quarterback's got the first. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's got his man. Makes the grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The noise level is relentless here on second down. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Run it with the fullback. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go to work for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding...
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the ground, he's got it again. Nice move to keep running. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Hawkeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gill. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. And now this offense will take the field again. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout by the offense.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's clapped. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Starting to feel a little pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
This one's complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short.
He just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Iowa! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
On the move from inside his 5. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Back to pass, it's Cannon. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on fourth down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be
Big man has it, it's a first down and more. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Oh, it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball from the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Cannon. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Tries to get it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Unleashes one. Picked off to stop the threat.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the lone back. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a first down at the 23. The give to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll run play action. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Looking for space. It's Moulton. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25. And the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy. A 42-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up by 17 over Old Dominion. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll try the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking downfield, it's Cannon. Got the quick pass. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. So they move the Sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Hawkeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well give it to him again. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the Sticks. The Hawkeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the Sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped just inches away from the 1st down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Finds his tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here's a hit. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. To throw, it's Fitzgerald. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw.
Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Beck's going for the goal line. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Snap in the shotgun. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's caught. The two-pointer is good, and now we have a one-possession game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moulton. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Play action on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Platt. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On the move, it's Cannon. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim two-point lead. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense with jumbo personnel. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They think there's room to run to the right here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Scanning the field, it's Fitzgerald. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got his man quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Huge moment coming here as they try to quiet this raucous, crazy crowd. under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got his man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. Brings it to the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. And the Hawkeyes kept his drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Never a doubt. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through. And Palmer, through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football, so faster guy.
He wants to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. Trying play action. Bears the pressure. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W.